Beautiful people, welcome to Darlington Relationship class. Today I want to quickly share with you guys 7 signs to show that you're only ready for a relationship and not for the marriage. You know, some people are just ready for relationship and not for marriage, but in their mind they think or they are thinking that they are actually ready for marriage. And now, first is when you are about the physical attraction. Number one is when you are about the physical attraction, whether you are for the male or for the female. When you are just your partner, all that is triggering you, or what you feel that is love for you, or what is your attraction for your partner is all about the way he looks or the way she looks. Maybe the curves, the shape, the looks, or the guy, the height, the physiques, and all that. If it is what your love for the guy is all about, that means you're actually ready, for a relationship and then for marriage, because marriage is beyond those things. Like sometimes when you ask somebody why do you actually love this person, why do you really like this person, and you can't say things beyond the way they look. That means you don't actually know what you're into. You're just being, I would just say you're being, you can just call it lost, because getting in a serious relationship or marriage is beyond your physical attraction. And second one is when you cannot forgive easily. Oh my goodness, when you're in a relationship and you get mad and you don't want to, you don't care, you go for days not talking and just skipping until when you feel that they should come and beg you, whether for the man or for the female or wherever, whether for the man or for the woman. you know that means you're just on a relationship. You're just ready for a relationship and you're not ready for the marriage. Because marriage, you'll be needing a lot of that. You'll be needing to forgive easily and constantly, because your partner will always offend you. Your partner will always say things that you don't want to like, because you guys are two different individuals from different background, different kind of people. Sometimes your like or your own like, he or she, the likes might not be the same. So this probability that you are going to be stepping on each other on a constant basis, and the only key is to always forgive easily, because you want something out of that relationship. But if you're not doing any of those, just that means you just want to, you're just having a relationship and you're not actually ready for marriage. And number three is when you are not bringing anything into the relationship. Remember, relationship or marriage is about what you want to offer and not actually what you want to gain. When you are going into a relationship, most especially in marriage, that you think you're going to get married at the end of the day, you are bringing something. You're trying to see how you're going to better that person, how you're going to bring something that is very wonderful. But if you're not just bringing anything to the table, or what you're just looking for is about you, about you. A relationship that is going to lead to marriage is not all about you. Sometimes it could be all about another person. What are you bringing into a relationship? How are you making it to be perfect and be okay? That is what is going. If you're not bringing any of those, that means you're not just ready for marriage. You're just only ready for relationship. All right. And number four is where you can't discuss any other thing apart from love talks, man. I'm not saying it's not good. It's good for you to talk about love, man. Fine, you can always talk about love, but you have to discuss other things. You have to, discuss, talk about other things that's not about, because it is not only love that's going to make that relationship or marriage, last. Because as time progresses, you find that it is not about love again. It's all about, companionship. It's all about partnerships. It's all about divisions. It's all about what you guys want to achieve. It's all about where you're heading and going to. So you have to discuss and talk about other things aside, love talks. But if you're not doing any of those, that means you're not ready for maybe marriage. You're just only ready for relationship. But if you have to be talking about, discuss about things that are beyond love talks, things that real matters, that are going to help your relationship in a very long run. That is when it will be show or sign that you're actually ready for marriage. Otherwise, you are not ready. And the fifth one is, you know when you don't know more about your partner. Oh my goodness. When you don't know more about your partner, or you don't want to know more about your partner, you know you've got to know more about him or her. You've got to really know about them. Because if you just pretend, or you don't want to know, or you just feel that you don't want to know more about them, there's no, that is why sometimes after getting married, after sometimes You begin to see a lot of things that you didn't envisage and you never knew. That is why now that you're dating, that you get to know more about them, so that whatever thing that comes up, you might not know everything like I always say, but at least you know that to some extent you have known something about them. But if you don't really want to know more about them, to know their kind of person, to know their real person, that means you're not really ready for marriage. You're always just on a relationship. You're just dating and all that, but you're not really ready for marriage. Because if you're actually having a relationship and you're ready for marriage, you should know more about that your person, whether the man or the woman. You should know more about each other, and that is how you can deal with issues that will be facing you in the future. All right. And number six is when you ignore some negative signs. Everybody has his or her own flaws. But there's some negative signs now that you see. You can be dating and the guy beats you and you feel it is nothing, or the person is a chain smoker and you feel it is nothing, or he's cheating, or she is cheating, or things like that. Some negative things, I don't know, I'm just suggesting, I'm just saying. But there's some certain things you see and you feel that, man, it is nothing, like you feel you can deal with it now. I want to let you know that you cannot deal with it in at long run. In future, when they start manifest on a higher scale, there's nothing you can actually do about it. So it is now when you are dating that you can nip them. The one that you cannot actually, you cannot discourage him or her from doing, then you can just give it a quit. So it is when you are ignoring those signs, some negative signs from your partner, and you feel it is nothing. And at long run, it's going to matter when the matters arises. You get what I'm saying? So if you're ignoring it, that means you're not actually ready for marriage. You are just dating. So because if you are, you shouldn't ignore the things that you feel that you don't actually like, that is not actually okay, or some negative signs, that you are seeing now that you should trash now, or you go your separate ways, then ignoring it and getting to marry and later it start being a very big issues for you. All right. And the seventh one, and that's the final one, is, oh my goodness, when you don't discuss about your finances. When you are not discussing about your finance, you and your partner, that means you are not actually ready for marriage. You're just ready to just have a relationship, because at the end of the day, it's beyond love. At the end of the day, it's going to be beyond love. It's going to be beyond love, because you always need your finance. You always need that finance to make that relationship or that marriage work. So you need to talk about all this, and know how you're going to, begin to deal with each other and begin to plan the things you guys want to do based on the finances that is available to you guys. But if you're ignoring now because whatever they do, you feel it is not much, or whatever, you just ignore it now. That means you're not actually ready for a marriage. You're just ready for just to date in a relationship, but you're not actually ready for to have a long lasting relationship, which is marriage. Because if you are, you should discuss about your finances and talk about what you guys should talk about your earnings and whatever, and know how you're going to manage or whatever you have, so that you will not having issues at long run. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I think with these few words of mine, I've been able to show you signs of any person that is not ready for marriage, but only ready for dating. And I want to believe that you guys have been blessed with these few words of mine. Thank you guys for watching. My name remains Darlington Chinaka, and this is Darlington Relationship Class. I'll see you guys. Ciao.